Hello and welcome. This is Rafi from Dorik. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can design blog post template on your website, which is going to take effect on all of the blog posts you got on your website and all the future blog posts that you're going to publish on the site. So first of all, I'd love to open up the first blog post in a new tab to show you how the blog posts are going to look like as of now. As you can see, the title of this post is aligned in left. We got this author information, we got last updated information. We'll be able to customize the settings. We can take this title to center, right alignment. We can change here, instead of by, we can add, let's say, author. We can replace this information with post creation date, and we got some other fields that we can add. Then for this H1 through these H6 headings, we got these styles coming from the blog post template. We can change the settings from there. We can increase the font size, we can change the color of specific headings, and we are going to have many other options available on the editor. Then for the paragraphs, we got the styles from the post template, which we can change obviously. Then we got this list items, block quote, and image, and rest of the contents on the blog post. We can customize the settings for each of the elements, and we'll be able to design the template depending on our choice. So let me show you how you can customize and design the blog post template for your website. So to do that, you have to go here on your website dashboard. After that, you have to click on design and page option, which is going to take you to the website editor. From there, we'll be able to make the necessary changes. And here we are on the website editor. Now it's time to click here on this page option, so that we'll see all the pages appearing here, and along with pages we're going to see the template pages appearing here as well. So now it's time to click on this post template option, so that it will take us to the post template page. And here we go. Now we'll be able to make necessary changes on every element of this post template, which is going to take effect on the blog post we got on our website. For instance, let's start with this post title. I'd love to align this to center alignment. To do this, I'm going to click here on this element. It is going to open up the editor for this element. I'm going to take this here on the right side, so that we are going to make change from this right. So let's click here on this move to sidebar editor icon, and it is going to stick there. Now from the general tab, the title settings, as you can see, the heading is currently set to H1, but if you want, you can change it with H2, H3 through H6. Then you got the text field, where you can simply select, you can make it bold, and so on. And if you scroll a bit down, you're going to find other options such as title styles, title background, title link. You can make necessary changes there. So let's make the change here on the alignment. To do this, I'm going to click on title styles. After that, from normal mode, I'm going to take the alignment to center. Just take a look, it went to center. But if you want, you can choose some, let's set some settings for the hover mode as well. So let's go back to the center. After making this change, I'd love to click on this publish button, and if I take you back to the blog post we got here, just take a look, the title went to the center alignment. Now let's take them center as well. I'm going to make some change here on these elements, such as the author name and the post creation date here. So let's go back to the post template page. After that, I'm going to click here on this element. It is going to open up the control panel for this element and field, and just take a look, we got this text editor. Now from this text settings option, from under text, we are going to change it. Instead of by, let's say I'd love to put author, and then instead of last updated, I'm going to remove the text. Let's put post created, and I love to add this CMS field for post creation. So I'm going to click on add CMS field. You'll notice some options appearing here. Now depending on your need, you can choose whatever information you would love to populate here. So I'm looking for populating this post creation date, and to make it bolder, I'm going to select the text, and then let's click on B, and it is going to become bolder. And now let's take them to center alignment. Let's scroll a bit down. We're going to find this alignment option. Let's click here on this center alignment. Just take a look, it went to center, and we will be able to make changes on desktop devices, tablet devices, mobile devices on responsive mode. We'll be able to change color, text size, spacing, line height for each of these devices. We can work with the text transformation, and we got many other options appearing here for this element, right? So if I click on this publish button, and if I take you back to the blog post, you'll notice we have got this appearing here with center alignment. Now let's talk about the headings. I'm going back to the editor. After that, we have to click here on this element, so that the editor for these elements are going to be appeared here. As you can see, the post content, From content tab, we are going to select the text which is going to come from this post content. So whatever we're going to put inside this post content, it is going to be appeared here on our blog post. So let's go back to the builder. After that, for headings, as you can see, we got the H1 through H6 here, and for each of these headings we'll be able to give specific design, specific formatting for each of the elements, and we can design everything for desktop, tablet and mobile devices, and we can provide the settings for normal mode, we can provide settings for hover mode as well. So let's make some change here. Let's say for the H3 element, so I'm going to click on H3 to select it. After that, I'd love to take it to center so that you can see the change, and let's say I want to make the change here on the text size. You'll be able to increase or decrease, or you can provide some value directly here. And let's change the color of this text of H3s, which is going to take effect on rest of the blog post where we got these H3 elements. So if I click on publish, if I take you back to the blog post, you can see the H3 or the heading 3 is now turned into red, and it just went to the center alignment. So this is how you will be able to make changes. You'll be able to add a specific font for this heading, and rest of the headings you can do that as well, and you can use all the other options appearing here to customize and stylize your blog post template. Now let's talk about the paragraph. So if I click on this paragraph option, it is going to show us the options for desktop, tablet and mobile devices, which you can provide specific designs for. Then we can increase the font size. For instance, instead of 16 pixel, let's give 15 pixel here, and just take a look, the paragraph text become bigger, but it is not looking good. So I'd love to go back to 16 pixel, and these are looking good. Now if you want to change the color of this text, as you can see, these are kind of gray, so I'd love to make them pure black. So in this case, I'm going to click here on this color picker, then I'm going to scroll here and select the color. Just take a look. Now we'll be able to align the text for each of these devices. For instance, if I click here on the center align, just take a look, it became centered. And if I click here on this justify, the text or paragraph became justified. Now we'll be able to choose font family, and we can customize the settings by adding values and information here on each of these options appearing here. Now let's talk about this list item. If I click on list, we are going to notice that the list direction is currently given to vertical, but if I click on horizontal, we'll notice that the list items going to become or appear horizontally here on our website. And from list type, we can choose options such as circle, square, decimal, or triangle. So if you select none, there will be no icons appearing here. Let's try triangle. As of now, just take a look, they just appeared here, and you can increase the gap between list items. You can go back to the vertical mode here, and after that you can use the margin padding to make necessary changes on the elements. Then we got the background style. If you want, you can add a specific background color or gradient color, and for text you can choose specific colors. You can increase or decrease the font size and font family as well. So let's talk about the marker. As you can see, these text are marked. So if I click on marker, you will notice that we have got the options for normal mode and for hover mode. For color, it is currently selected to, let's see, black, but we can change the color of the text to red as well. So whenever we'll mark any text, the background will be this color, but the text color will be red. But if you want, you can make change here on the background color of this marker as well. Simply you have to scroll a bit down. You are going to find this background color option, from where you can choose a specific color depending on your needs. So I've chosen a bad color here, so it's okay. Now let's talk about the image. If I scroll a bit down, we're going to find this image. You'll find some options in normal mode and also for hover mode. You can set specific width and height for each of these devices. For the image, you can specify the alignment of image. You can add border radius. For instance, I'd love to add a hover effect on the image, so I just clicked here, and then I'd love to add a border radius. So whenever we'll take our cursor here on this image, it should have some border radius on the top left side. So let's say 45 pixel, and on the bottom 40 or 45 pixel. And here we go, just take a look, it is just started working. If I click on publish, and if I take you back to the blog post, and you can see the changes we made are appearing here, and we got the change appeared here. And whenever I am hovering my cursor here on the image, it is getting this border radius appeared, right? So now if I take you back to the editor, we have got other options, like you can work on the caption styling as well for this image. And we got the last one, which is block quote, that I'd love to talk about. So as you can see, the styling, the text size, the background color of block quotes, you can customize them as well from here. If we click on block quote, you will notice the settings for normal mode and also for the hover mode. So you can select the text and you can increase or decrease the text size depending on your need. You can change the text color if you want, and then you can specify the alignment to these options. You can specify a different font family for this block quote. You can add font weight, and we got many other options appearing here. For site like this, if I click here, you'll be able to increase or decrease the size of the site, and then you can change the color as well depending on our need. And let's change the background color as of now, and obviously you can set everything here from these options for each of these devices. Now let's make a change here on the background color of this let's say block quote. So if I click here, we're going to be able to change the background color from this background color option. So this is basically it. This is how you can design your blog post template, although the design looks here worst, but this was the process how you can customize. Now if I take you back to our, let's say, blog site, and if I show you some other post content, let's say this one is another blog post on our website which we got default. So just take a look. We got this title center aligned, we got this author information and other information center aligned, and as we provided author here, it is appearing here for this blog post as well. For post creation, we are getting these values, and if you just take a look, if I hover over here on this image, just take a look, it is getting some border radius appearing, and we got these triangle list items as well for each image working with border radius. So it is the change we are going to make here on our blog post template are going to take effect on all of the blog posts we got on our website. So this is the process how you can design your blog post template and make it unique. So I believe you have found this video helpful, but if you got any further question regarding blog post template design or Dorik, please feel free to ask us by commenting below, and visit us at dorik.com for more information. Thank you so much for being with Dorik.